think of Giannis' ability?
I just think it's progression over the years since he entered the league. He's gotten better and better. And if you continue to do that, then you're going to put yourself in a position to be as successful as you can be.
Welcome to the Triple Threat NBA podcast. My name is L.
This is Rick.
Wes.
And we are some regular guys. That is a disclaimer. But
regular guys.
With that being said, Giannis has been balling out this season. What do you think, Rick?
Yo, that's my guy, man. I've liked Giannis since he came into the league. Anybody would tell you I've always had him in fantasy. My man balls out, and this year he's showing he's primed. I know before the season we talked about Kobe telling him, he asked Kobe what his challenge was for him. Kobe challenged him to go out there and get that MVP, and right now he's showing that he's really trying to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, his last game he played for his dad. He had the game ball. He wrote on it, it says, "This is for Daddy. We got to win, and I got 44 points." What do you think about that?
Yo, that's a man showing you that he's doing it for his dad. He's doing this for his father. Appreciates him, and he balled out. But it's not just that game. He's just been balling out all year. He's making the game look real easy, real simple for himself right now.
Yo, and when last game?
Yeah, who did play when he had that ball?
When he balled up like that, I think they played Portland. They played the Blazers.
Yeah, they played Portland.
And they won. They won 113 to
117. Yeah, he won. It was a game winner.
Yeah, so
he had the steal.
He had the steal. He had the block. He had the dunk to win.
Yeah, this dude, man, like he's been going awesome. I have him on my fantasy team, so I'm just amped.
I just don't understand how NBA players can do this. It's like his dad dies, and then he just decides to turn it on.
Turn up, and then you got to remember, you were just saying this to what's his name, Isaiah Thomas did the same thing with his sister.
Yeah, I know.
Like these dudes, that's why they're at where they at, man.
That's
like
NBA players,
they could turn it on whenever they want, man.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it like that. They can turn it off because if they can turn it off whenever they want, he should be having 44-point games every time.
Well, he had 37 and 13.
I think there's a different level of motivation and adrenaline when something tragic like that happens.
Okay, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So when that kicks in, that's what turning it on means to me. Like,
gotcha.
Just a different level. Like, you notice how some cats play completely on another level come playoffs?
Yep.
Same thing.
LeBron has been showing him a lot of praise, too. Like, what do you guys think? You think he's the next LeBron?
But not only LeBron, I think a lot of cats in the league have definitely shown him a lot of praise.
But I mean,
didn't KD say something too?
KD and LeBron have specifically both said, like, yo, my man is primed to be the next thing.
Well, the reason why I bring up LeBron is because obviously he's the king, and you know, if he says something, then it definitely resonates.
Right. So it's like real recognize real, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like KD saying it, LeBron saying it. You see it, yo. The only thing this dude doesn't have is a 3-point shot. You know what I mean? He assists, rebounds, steals. He's just this year, like this season, like listen to these numbers, bro. 37, 34, 44, 32.
And that's just points.
That's
just
points, bro.
He's also doing
these are all points,
on
bro.
The boards. He's passing the ball. Remember last year?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta remember last year he led the Bucks in points, rebounds, steals, blocks. So I think he led them in like 5 different stats
categories.
Categories. The last person to do that was LeBron.
Right, and he's averaging like 2.5 steals per game, bro. Like that's like defense. He's doing on both ends of the floor. You know what I mean? Without a
problem. He makes the game look real easy. Like, yo, what I love about him, yo, do you see how he can go from half court to the basket literally?
2 steps. 2 steps, bro.
Literally
2 steps. Half court to the hoop.
Yeah, he's really long. Pause. Like I think.
Yeah, super pause.
Pause. Yeah, we definitely gotta pause that. But like when he's running, he looks like a gazelle or like
I don't know, man. I think he might be my early, barring any injuries. This might be the year for Giannis.
He's in the if the Bucks finish in the top 3, top 5, there's no way.
You see that happening?
The way he's balling right now, yeah. You see,
top five.
with Hayward out with the Celtics,
That opens the door for
it
Milwaukee.
opens the door for Milwaukee
with that.
to take the top 5 spot. If that happens, he's gonna make the All-Star team this year.
Yeah,
If that
yeah.
happens,
Easy. He's
I
starting
think this
for sure.
dude, like right now, he's the number 1 ranked player in the league right now.
Let's backtrack a little. Last week you said that the Celtics would be top 3. So is the Celtics still up there top 3, or do you think the Bucks is gonna take that position?
Yo, I'm gonna say, watching the Celtics the last few days, I'm gonna have to give them top. I'll give them top 5. I'll retract a little bit. I still think they may have home court advantage, like fourth seed.
Right.
But the way Milwaukee's playing, I feel like they're on another level. And if they make this potential trade for Eric Bledsoe, it might help them out even better.
Who the Celtics playing tonight? The Knicks, right?
No, they
so
smashing.
they're smashing the Knicks right now. But more importantly, the 2 people going off right now as we speak is Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, right?
Yep.
So my thing is that if those 2 young dudes click and they continue doing what they're doing throughout the season, then yes, I could definitely see the Celtics being in the top 3. But if it's just off and on throughout the season, we saw what Milwaukee Bucks did to the Celtics. Yeah. It was just 108 to 100, but Giannis went off, son.
Yeah,
and they had no answers for him.
My thing is, I'm just
looking at the fact that they had no answers for Giannis.
You're right, they don't. But I'm still, right now with the Celtics, I'm still going to give them a little leeway because it's still early. Remember, they only got 4 returning players from last year. Yeah. So I want to see, let me see how they play against Milwaukee in a month. I know they're playing them upcoming this Thursday. Already back to almost
That'd
like
be a nice rematch. I want to watch that. Yeah.
But I want to see how they play them down the road after they've gelled together, everybody together, like playing a little bit more games without Hayward, and see how they play for real.
Right, yeah, because right now it's tough because they spent the whole preseason playing with each other, with Hayward, so it's a little difficult figuring that out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
The one thing I'm concerned about a little bit is that the Celtics have Jason Tatum, they have Jaylen Brown. Those guys look good, but I feel like if Giannis wants to shut any of those guys down, he can easily do so. Or you could even put him on Kyrie. I don't think any of those guys are doing anything if Giannis is guarding them.
He's a tough guard, only because his length is crazy.
And he's gonna score. Like he's not gonna let you score, but he's gonna take advantage of you too.
Right,
on the other end, you know?
Right. I don't even have a rebuttal for that, bro, because I remember watching that game. Did Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown even have a good game that game? Did they even show up?
Tatum had 14 and I believe
he had 14 and 10, right?
14 and 9.
14 and 9.
14 and 9. Jaylen Brown actually fouled out that game.
Yeah, he was quiet, right? Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that's tough.
I don't know.
Giannis is a tough guard.
I look at Giannis. He plays both ends very
man.
well.
Both ends of the court.
Very well, not just good. So it's like, how you gonna beat him? you know,
you
can't beat him on either end.
There's only 2 people defensively and offensively that I see that could match up right now with Giannis. Obviously, LeBron. And the other's Anthony Davis.
Kevin Durant.
Defensively, I don't know that Kevin Durant can stop Giannis. No.
I think
LeBron can. Anthony
can match
Davis
up with him.
I think he can match up. I think KD can match up.
I don't think he can stop. No.
I don't think he'll stop him. But
I
he
don't
can
think
match
I
up.
don't think LeBron can stop him either.
I think LeBron can
not stop
can
him.
bother
Slow him down.
Slow him down.
Yeah,
but okay, let me rephrase what I'm saying. I think Anthony Davis and LeBron is way more effective defensively against him than a KD would be.
Only reason why I say that is because I look at this past finals when KD and LeBron went at it. LeBron couldn't stop KD. KD had a little bit better defensive play against LeBron because of the length.
Right. Well, KD, I mean, not a lot of people could stop KD.
No. When I say the length, I mean he was able to block LeBron's shot because of his length.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
LeBron's clearly stronger than him. That's for sure. But that length that KD got, that's the same thing with Giannis. I think he'd be one of the few people to give. KD would be one of the few people to give Giannis problems. Not saying he would
His
stop
all-around lowest statistical game so far has been against LeBron this season.
How much he only had? What 20?
Well,
Ooh, no, he hasn't scored less than 30.
Oh.
You know, I'm saying Giannis has arrived, bro.
Yeah,
it's his show right now. You know what I mean? He's here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's this season. He's like
he's going into his what? This is his 5th year in the league.
if you're listening to the
He
show,
came in. He was drafted in 2013.
really okay.
14 other players was picked ahead of him. I
disgusting.
guarantee you, if the Cavs had to do it again, if they had to draft Anthony Bennett or Giannis would have been number 1 over.
I don't
Anthony
see
Bennett.
how Anthony Bennett was. I don't even see how Kelly Olynyk was drafted before Giannis. That's disgusting.
it's because he was in
Anthony
Greece.
That's
Bennett, bro.
disgusting.
Anthony Bennett.
Kelly Olynyk, dog.
Nah.
How do, okay,
Anthony-
listen.
listen,
At least with Anthony Bennett, you're like, you know what? Solid Afro-American.
Nah,
I can see him doing some board work, whatever. But you go draft a dude with a man bun
Yo, bro.
ahead of
You gotta
Giannis.
remember, Anthony Bennett was 6'8", almost 200-something pounds.
Right.
Can't play small forward, can't play power forward. Where is he now? He's been in the league for like 5 years and been on 6 different teams, G League
He
and
must
everything.
have
and
impressed in college. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I think if we have listeners that do not know Giannis, go look him up.
Go look him
because
up.
this is his
Milwaukee
year.
Bucks, Giannis.
He's
look him up.
gonna shine this year.
Yeah.
He's gonna ball out this year.
Got the hardest last name to say in the league.
Yeah, I can't say his last name. Just type in Giannis, you'll find him.
Yeah.
Or Greek freak.
Yeah, Greek freak. Eric Bledsoe had a few words on Twitter this week. He says, "I don't want to be here." What does that mean?
Well,
was
so
at the hair
what
salon.
he told his boss that he told the GM that he was at the hair salon, and the GM was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're at the salon when you tweeted that. So I don't know. That was a bitch move. First of all, like how you just gonna just out of nowhere say that I was at the hair salon?
Eric
You know what I
Bledsoe.
mean?
Eric Bledsoe is a guard for the Phoenix
Yeah,
Suns.
he was upset that the after 3 games that the Suns fired their coach.
Yeah.
Earl Watson, that was his guy, so he was a little upset that they got rid of the coach that he liked, and just at that point he just didn't want to play for them no more.
What do you guys think's next for Eric Bledsoe?
I don't know. Well, so obviously there's other teams putting trades together. Milwaukee being one of them, right?
Yep. The
And
Nuggets.
what were the people you said it was
So-
Thon
so-
Maker?
So this is just all
Speculation,
all
right?
speculation.
Right.
So Greg Monroe,
Yeah.
protected first-round pick,
And Don
And
Maker.
Thon
and Thon
Maker.
Maker for Eric Bledsoe.
So you have Eric Bledsoe with the Greek Freak, and then you have that young point guard they have Brogdon. He's doing all right, but he'll continue to get 25,
Yeah.
30 minutes, so he'll be all right.
And then you have you said Denver's another team.
Denver put a package together for Kenneth Faried and Emmanuel Mudiay.
Okay. And then I'm hearing the Knicks are willing to give up Willie Hernan Gomez
Yep.
and the French guy Frank.
Nicola T. Whatever
The
his
point
name
guard,
is.
Yeah, the point guard.
number 11.
He hasn't even played yet.
He's played.
He's
I think
played.
he played the first.
Oh, he comes off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're willing to give him up and Willie Hernandez Gomez for Bledsoe.
For Bledsoe.
well,
I think
going on
Bledsoe
a-
would be better off going to the Bucks.
Yeah, in a winning situation.
him.
And for him,
For
the
him.
best
But
situation for him
I've
would
also
be
heard
Bucks.
that the Clippers are considering as well, but I'm not really sure what the Clippers have to offer.
Well, what's his name tweeted out? DeAndre Jordan tweeted out, "Come back home," to Eric Bledsoe. So they
They
like
don't have
him.
nothing
They
to
like
give.
him. They
What do-
like
what do
him.
you give
my
Austin
thing is,
Rivers? Austin Rivers for Eric Bledsoe. You see that happening?
But Austin Rivers is a starter. You don't
No,
need
he's
that.
not a
Rivers
starter.
doesn't start.
He doesn't
He's
start.
starting right
No.
now.
No, he doesn't start. He's off the bench.
Didn't they
Well,
just
he's
they
starting
just put
right
him-
now.
Yeah, he's starting right now.
He's
What-
starting
what are we
because
talking about?
their rookie point guard is out indefinitely right now.
That's
with-
what I'm saying.
With
He's
injury.
starting.
Uh,
T.O.D.O.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. He's starting right now, but you don't need to give up a starter for Eric Bledsoe. You could just give up a Thon Maker and Greg Monroe for him.
Yeah.
However it goes, I think if he's in a winning situation, I think he'll be a better player. If he goes to a team like the Knicks, he's gonna be their best player, but I don't think that he's gonna have much impact.
See, me personally,
he's not gonna have much
He ain't gonna
impact.
be better than Porzingis.
No. You're right. He'll be the second best player after Porzingis.
Yeah, they'll have a big two.
Yeah,
What is-
basically.
what-
He's not. I don't think he's gonna
That's
make
big
them.
too.
I don't think he's gonna make them into a contender or anything like that.
Hell no.
do you think
man.
he'll make any team into a contender?
No, he's not that much of an impact player.
You know
he's
what he
a
reminds
piece
me
to
of?
the missing.
Yeah,
he's
he
a cog.
reminds me of like a Jeff Teague, but maybe better.
He reminds me of like an Eric Gordon. He should be coming off the bench on a good team.
Eric Gordon's not really a ball handler like that. He ain't really
On a good
PG
team,
like
on a
that.
good team, he should be coming off the
I
bench.
don't think he.
Who?
Bledsoe?
Eric Bledsoe.
Nah.
If he was on the Spurs,
He would be starting right now on the
who's their
Spurs.
shooting guard?
Point guard?
Shooting
He's a
guard.
point guard.
He's a PG.
Every time you guys say point guard, I always look at him as a shooting
He's
guard
not a
because
shooting guard.
he's a shoot first guy.
He gets. Kyrie's the same way. He's a PG.
Yeah, but
That's the
Kyrie,
new wave right now, bro.
I just see Kyrie differently than I see Eric Bledsoe. That's
You-
just
yeah, first of all,
Yeah, obviously.
I'm not comparing.
Well,
this.
let's talk about Kyrie. Kyrie had an incident this week. He was going through the what was it, locker room.
Well, through the tunnel. He's
Yeah.
he's leaving the court, going into the tunnel to head to the locker room.
And he had a couple of words. A fan told him, "Hey, Kyrie, where's LeBron?"
Yeah, and he said to, you know what I mean?
What did he say to the fan?
SMD.
Oh, he said, "Suck my
Yeah.
banana" to the fan. And
D.
I just thought it was funny. It was just
Yeah.
one of those. How much did he get fined for that?
50.
25K?
25,000. I didn't think it was that big of a deal though. Like, fans is just gonna get a.
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
Stephen Curry got fined 50K.
You know,
50K,
for
okay.
the fans, NBA, that's a big deal.
No, what I'm
That's-
saying-
Ever
it's an
since-
image.
ever
It's
since,
an image thing to uphold.
Ever since the Auburn thing happened, the fight at the Palace.
Oh yeah, Auburn Hills.
Yeah, that it's been a wrap.
Yeah,
know
you
what
got
I
to be
mean?
careful what you say to the fans. The fans are important. They're paying customers. So
Right.
the NBA definitely cares about what we say to them.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, but a lot of players had a lot to say. Eric Bledsoe, I don't want to be here. Kyrie Irving, suck my whatever he said, and then D Rose is hurt again.
No surprise there.
Former MVP hurt again.
No surprise.
But what he said was, I feel like I'm the only player not getting that call because he doesn't get any flagrant foul calls. Do you guys think
They changed the call against him to a flagrant, but does it really matter?
They changed it after the fact, after he said something.
Listen,
But they didn't change it because he said it.
Listen.
They review every hard foul anyway.
What have I been saying for the longest time? There's 3 players in the league that I could care less for how they. I like them. I could care less for how they play the game. Derrick Rose, LeBron James sometimes, especially early in his career, and Westbrook. All these dudes do is close their eyes, put their head down, and run dumb fast hard into the lane, throw their bodies into the middle of the lane, and hope something good happens. Derrick Rose is in the position he's in now because he's been doing that his entire career, and it finally caught up to him. Stop playing like that. Like, why do you have to play so damn hard, son? It's not that serious.
The thing with Derrick Rose is, I think he's very skilled. Like he has great footwork. When he's inside the paint, he's making everything in the paint.
Then finesse it. You don't need to throw your body into the middle of the lane. You've been injured so many times, and yet you still feel like you need to throw your body in the middle of the lane.
The thing is, he can't change his game. That's the only way he knows how to play.
Well, dude, listen, okay? How about go back and watch footage of AI? AI used to hard to the paint all the time. What did he start doing? As soon as he started getting those little back injuries and stuff,
you gotta change your game up.
mid-range jumper, wet. You know what I mean? You gotta change it up.
D Rose still can play. I mean, we still see flashes every now and then.
You can't play when you're in a wheelchair.
You cannot play on the
Every
wheelchair.
5 games, like he's in a suit.
Yo, at this point, remember he's only played 2 games. He's been out 3.
So who's their starting PG now?
LeBron James.
No, but who's okay? So what's the starting lineup right now?
So tonight for their game against the Bulls, it was LeBron, J.R. Smith, because they put D Wade back in the bench. J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Crowder, and then Kevin Love.
What do you guys think about that?
that's a big lineup.
D-Wade going to the bench.
Well, D-Wade going to the bench, D-Wade's trying to really figure out where his role is on the team. So he volunteered to go to the bench. And I think he kind of saw JR over there in the corner sulking and crying that I want to be playing. I don't like the fact that I'm not starting, whatever. So, you know, they did that for JR. Not saying that it improved, because tonight JR played 32 minutes, had 3 points, and was shooting 1 for 8. D Rose at least played 8. I mean, D Wade played 18 minutes, dropped 11 points. But you know, they're just trying to find their role.
Listen, D Wade knows that he's like 2 steps away from being injured. Okay, so this was a good decision on his part. You're the old man of the bunch. Stop trying to act like you're gonna drop 25 a game. We don't believe you. It's not happening. Go sit down. You know what I mean? Like, go find a chair somewhere and just sit. Come in the game when we need you. Fourth quarter, 6 minutes left on the clock. D Wade, come in, do what you gotta do. What's his name's been working all. J.R. Smith been working all summer hard on his body, on his game to get ready to start this year, and to see D Wade come in, that kind of like deflated his situation. Give him a couple of more games, I think he'll be back.
But let me ask you this, Wes. Don't you think JR should have been a little bit more professional? Like, this is a team game. Like,
for those of you who don't know, JR mentioned in an interview, he said, "I thought D Wade was going to be great for the second unit." Well, now he is on a second unit.
Well, someone told. I mean, but the thing is, they told him this. You see what I'm saying? Like, coaching staff told this dude that, you know, the thought was to bring D Wade in to man the second unit, and that way it'll get him some touches too. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm loving seeing LeBron play the point. My guy just gave me 13 assists tonight.
Yeah,
I have him and Giannis, so I'm on top of the world right now, bro.
Yeah,
just stats all day.
There was a few big games this past week. Golden State versus Memphis. Golden State actually lost that game.
Yeah, 111 to 101.
And Steph Curry and KD got ejected. What y'all think about that?
What? So I know why Steph Curry got ejected. He threw the mouthpiece, whatever, which is a force. He's been doing that, and it's just like, all right, okay, we get it. You're a tough guy. KD, why did he get ejected? I couldn't.
Continuously talking to the ref after they like kind of walked away. It's stupid. But my thing is, don't sleep on Memphis. People got to realize Memphis plays hard-nosed D, and they've got a lot of young players that a lot of people don't know about. They've actually beat this year. They've already beaten OKC. They've beaten Golden State, and they've beaten Houston. Between this year and last year, they're the only team with a winning record against the Spurs, Warriors, and Rockets.
The fact that you even brought them up, I want to go to sleep right now.
Nah, I'm
Memphis,
not.
Grizzly, listen.
I'm not saying they gotta go far. I never said that. I'm just telling you.
You said not to sleep on them. I want to snore on them, dog. Like, them cats is like, this is the Memphis Grizzlies. Listen, again, and L was saying this earlier today. If you retire
Tony
Allen's jersey number, then your team's trash.
Yeah.
If that's the jersey number that you have to did he retire yet?
No, he's still
He
playing.
ain't even retired. That's how you know you're super trash, super saiyan trash, dog.
And no disrespect to Tony Allen. I like Tony Allen, but he's not like a retired
type of
jersey. He's not that type of
Maybe
guy.
at his alma mater. I mean, not even alma mater. Maybe at his high school.
Oh my gosh. This is I can't even have this conversation about the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't take them serious right now.
I look at this. It's an early season when they
it's early season.
I don't understand Golden State though. Like, are they doing this for show? Like, what's going on with them? Like, they're doing all this extra stuff.
Remember last week,
throwing a mouthpiece.
Steve Kerr said that they're out of shape, so this is good that they're getting all these butt kickers right now. So we'll see.
Listen, I don't know, man.
It's early season. I ain't worried about nothing like this.
I'm not worried about it. I just think that they look ridiculous. Like, act like a champion. You know what I mean? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I mean,
do you think that was warranted?
I think he should have got suspended.
For him to throw his mouthpiece?
For him to throw his mouthpiece, Kevin Durant pointing at his ring finger because the fans was drawing back at him. You think all of that was great?
Well, first of all, KD's cut from that type of cloth, right?
The LeBron James cloth?
It's not the LeBron James
No, it's
cloth.
definitely not the LeBron James cloth, man. LeBron might have initiated the Drakish, emotional.
No, LeBron.
Let me cut you off. Let me cut you off for a
LeBron's
second.
done the same thing though. When he won in Miami, and then after that year, somebody called him out. He talked about how he got a ring.
Okay,
so this is
and I
nothing new.
feel you.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett did the same thing. Paul Pierce did the same thing. Rondo did the same thing too. When they were going around calling each other champion, that was their name for each other. But let me
cut you off real quick. You guys said he's like Drake, right?
LeBron.
Yeah, it's actually
LeBron.
He said, yeah. You just said LeBron's like Drake. Emo.
No. I said he introduced the Drakish.
Yeah.
All right. So let me tell you. He actually said happy birthday to Drake today. That's a good friend of his. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I know.
Thank
I know
you.
they're
Thank
great
you.
friends.
Thank you.
I've actually watched them sitting having dinner together, discussing how they met each other and all of this stuff.
He really brought this up.
It's ridiculous. But anyways, what I was gonna say was that you look at LeBron James, right?
Yep.
You can't even compare his character to KD. LeBron James is not creating fake Twitter accounts.
Absolutely
To go,
right.
you know what I mean? But so I'm not gonna disrespect LeBron James by saying like. So when I say like he introduced that Drakish thing, what I mean by that is the fact that in the NBA historically, dudes have always had straight beef with each other. And the last dudes cut from that cloth were Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and them, and they're gone.
They're gone.
You see what I'm saying? So nobody's about that life anymore. Chris Paul has even came in even a little too late into the game because he used to invite opponents to sleep at his house.
Wow.
Before games, bruh. They would crash at his place when they came to New Orleans to play against them. So there's this whole community thing, right? KD takes the bitch assness to another level, bro. Like, he takes it to a completely different level. He's on some more like, oh, I have to create multiple fake Twitter accounts so that I could combat all these people that are saying bad things about me. And then he's pointing at his ring finger to a fan. How does a fan not know that you don't got a ring already? He's just corny, dog.
Yo,
he's just corny.
Further,
That's just who he is.
Let's go real quick to the Giannis. If y'all had to start an NBA team right now,
Right.
I know you talked about AD. Who would you start a team with either AD or Giannis?
Would it be Anthony Davis or Giannis?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you're taking injury into consideration, I'm taking Giannis. If you're not taking injury into consideration, I'm taking AD.
All right. L, what you think?
I mean, I'm not a real big fan of injury-prone guys, so definitely Giannis.
So playing ability is the best ability.
Nah, I think the
Availability
availability.
is the best ability. I agree with you. Because I just bring this up because right now, AD just went down with a left knee injury. He won't return for the game. So,
Well, then Giannis is the best player in the league right now.
No, he's definitely not the best player, but he's having a great campaign this year.
As of today, it's him and Bron. As of today, right
yeah.
now.
But LeBron,
Statistically, it's Giannis and LeBron right now.
right now, I can agree.
Just
with that.
today. 4 games in, today, right now.
yeah. I mean, what do you guys think anything else about Steph and KD?
No.
Dog, it's just, oh
We
my
bringing it
gosh.
back to
I'm
him?
going to say, all right, y'all going to make me swear, man. All right, let's just move
Next. On to the
Like,
next
you
one.
want to talk about swearing? All right, let's talk about swearing. Patrick Beverly and Lonzo Ball. Patrick Beverly pretty much said, hey, he's going to get a lot of people coming at him this year. He just wants to welcome. He also says, welcome his little young ass to the NBA.
He said, oh, yeah, to Lonzo. Man, honestly, man, Lonzo, do your thing, bro. He came out the next day, 29,
Yeah, but
11.
nobody played D on the Phoenix Suns.
It doesn't matter. It's
don't know,
about
sorry.
him. It's about him
You said that game was
brushing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's about him
That's
brushing,
like two of the worst
brushing
teams
it
in the
off.
NBA, going back and forth.
It's about him brushing it off and doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like, he still put up numbers, period. Patrick Beverly, I mean,
He plays good
I
D.
think in the...
He's a
okay.
dog. That's it.
All right.
Moving on.
In the grand scheme of things, he's completely irrelevant, bro.
Yeah.
Completely. Talking about, I had to set the tone for the, like, who are you, bro? Like,
So you agree with LeVar?
Are you even sitting at the table? You know what I mean? All-Star Weekend, you gotta pay for your tickets to go. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Isn't he
he's an
first
all-star?
team defensive? Is he first? Second?
He's on the All-Star
second
team?
team?
Second team.
What All-Star?
I'm just
All-Star
not-
game, he gotta pay for his flight ticket, son.
Possibly. I don't
LeBron
know.
ain't. LeBron's invited.
But I mean, the Clippers are looking good, right? I mean, Blake Griffin, another injury-prone player, he's been balling out. DeAndre Jordan that game had 24 rebounds. What do you guys think about the Clippers so far?
I still think they're the 6th seed, possible 6th or 5th seed in the West.
I don't buy. I'm not buying into the Clippers.
You think they'll be better without Chris Paul, or
No, definitely not.
no?
Nah.
You seen Blake bringing up the ball?
Yeah, that does nothing.
No.
That does nothing for over 82 season. Yo, was that? Hold up.
Yo,
Oh
did
my
y'all
gosh,
catch
this dude just showed me
Blake Griffin
dunking
on Rudy Gobert.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think this year might be a year for Blake Griffin to really show
If he
out.
doesn't get injured.
I mean, that's why I don't like some of these players, like Blake Griffin,
Because a lot of these
Anthony
players,
Davis.
their best ability is not availability.
What did you guys think of the Thunder
And Minnesota
Minnesota game? Yeah.
Best game so far this year.
Thunder Minnesota game.
That was the game-
This is when
Carmelo.
Carmelo hit the game-winning shot at 4 seconds. I
What we thought.
I was yelling Hoodie Mello, and then Wiggins comes down
Came back,
and
yeah.
banks a shot. I mean, call glass, bro.
He still
What
won the
did,
game. Doesn't
listen. I posted this on our IG. Andre Roberson airballed
Oh my gosh.
2 free throws.
The worst
in a
one of
row.
the worst
My
players in the
dude,
league.
how many points did OKC lose by?
2.
See my point? See what I'm saying? How many free throws did Roberson miss?
He missed 2.
Airballed.
My man
He
Gene
airballed
does
how
not
many?
like this guy.
He expressed airmailed 2 airballs.
Yo, from now on, when you shoot an air ball, just call Roberson.
Makes sense.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's disgusting.
I still don't understand how he's a starting player.
How are you in the league,
How is he?
bro?
How he in the league? How is he in the league at all, if anything?
I mean, they did lose that game. Roberson did stink, but supposedly, I don't see it. He's one of the best defensive players in the NBA.
I mean,
He's
I could buy that. I could buy that.
He's good, but does he need to start?
Yo, I don't know how he made it on
Who
his
would you
college
start
team.
over him?
Go get Thabo. Go get Cephalosha.
Cephalosha?
Go get Cephalosha. Like
They had Cephalosha already.
they had him, yeah, but Cephalosha is better than him.
Yeah, he
Cephalosha
is.
could at least
Because
make
he'll
three.
hit that.
He can make some free throws.
The corner 3 he'll hit.
Yeah, he's more. I don't know. I like him
More athletic. There's a lot. To me, there's a lot of players out there that they could have kept or gotten that would be. But bring
Better
back Perry
than
Jones
Wiggins,
III or something.
Perry Jones.
Is he even?
He's
in
not
the
even
league
in the NBA
still?
anymore.
Hey,
Damn. Son,
I'm just
that's
saying.
Sad, bro.
I'm just saying. There's no
They
way.
said that dude was gonna be the next KD. Son.
Yo, I'm just saying. There's no way they can't find somebody in the G League that can play D and make free throws. That can't. Roberson is not. What does he do? It's like playing 5-on-4 offensively.
Listen, we're blaming this game on Roberson. It's not actually all his fault, but that is just
My
embarrassing.
dude, if he made those 2 free throws, they would have won the game.
It's embarrassing. He got family watching.
Yo, he's even
What do you
missed
tell?
layups.
What do you
This
tell
is
your
nothing
family?
new for him, man.
Like, what would you tell your family if you did that?
If I missed 2 free throws like
Airball.
that,
Yo,
I'd be like,
airball
yo, how
through
much
2
money you
free
need to
throws,
shut up?
like I don't know, bro. Like that's just, and then like obviously so many shots were missed and layups were probably missed throughout that game.
But
so
his
you
stand
can't.
out.
But his stand out because it was so late and was so egregious.
But it's
Like, it
because
was
of
just
who he
bad,
is.
yo.
He's just You don't remember in the preseason? Chris Paul was playing. They were playing the Rockets. Chris Paul just waved them off like like,
And he
I know
airballed
and he
again.
missed it. Like there's no way.
gosh.
Like you already know. I'd be like, yo, shoot the ball. I dare you to.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely a handicap on that team.
And there's tape circulating of Markelle Fultz doing the same type of thing with his
Yeah, but
free
he's
throw
injured.
shot, but he was injured. But
yeah.
why did it look so much like Robeson's free throw and he's healthy? This is my point. we're just finding out now that Markelle Fultz's shoulder is just done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why he could not
Had
shoot.
to drain some fluid out of it.
Exactly. Robison's healthy, and he looked like what Markelle Fultz looked like injured, bro. How do you make
Like
it
I
to
said,
the league?
I don't know how he's in the league. I don't know
It
how.
just blows my mind. Does he shoot? He just shoot threes?
He doesn't make threes.
Oh, he shoots them. He just doesn't make them.
doesn't make
All right, yeah, it's two different things. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much our show. I just wanted to talk about a few guys real quick. Ben Simmons has been balling out.
Yeah.
Balling
I'm
out.
still.
We got a couple rookies that's been balling out.
Yeah,
Ben
he
Simmons.
has.
Give me some numbers.
Well, he had a triple-double. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, first rookie to have a triple double within the first 4 games of the start of the season.
And you just got to watch him play. His ball handling skills is nice. He can pass the ball.
He's making the game look real simple.
And he can shoot, too. He just never needed to.
Yo,
He's never needed to shoot before in the past. So people think he can't shoot. He can, but he's not used to it.
So is he at the point right now that
Point
over
guard,
all the other
6'10".
rookies, he's basically a 6'10" guard is what you're saying. Like of all the rookies, do you guys have him as the ROI?
he's up. He's definitely up there.
Jason Tatum's been balling.
Jason Tatum's up there. Dennis Smith Jr. is up there. Lonzo's up there. There's some
We'll see what happens with
decent rookies
Lonzo.
up there.
Because the thing with Lonzo's
gonna continue, bro.
well, the
Trust
thing
me.
with him is like he played a horrible team when he did well. Like he played the Suns.
It doesn't matter, son. It's the fact that he gets his teammates involved.
Yo, but bro, have y'all noticed? There's a stat going around that when Lonzo Ball is on the court, the Lakers are negative 24 points. Inefficiency, like they're giving up that. But when he's off the court, they're a positive 20.
He's still a rookie, and it's only been 4 games.
He
It's
plays
not really.
no defense.
You know why though? You know why?
Why?
That first unit, for whatever reason, are always losing games. It's the first unit, right? They're always losing games because they're not looking at the player efficiency. They're not posting the player efficiency for everyone from in the starting 5.
No.
Because I bet you'll see some negatives there too. What's happening is Clarkson and these boys are getting on the court and they're balling
Cats
out.
that are coming in. You got Clarkson
Yeah.
coming in, Kuzma coming in.
Right,
you got
and they're
Randall
making a
coming
run.
in.
They're making a
You
run.
got- they're playing with, but
Ku-
they added.
Is Kuzma not starting yet?
He's not starting.
They need to
But
start.
They're,
this
they're
dude,
talking
man.
about those. You got those 3 coming off the bench, including Ingram and including what's his name, Lopez. And this is like I said, without Lonzo, they're better defensively without
Right,
Lonzo.
right.
And he's got to work on his defense. Even at UCLA, his defense was subpar.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect of his game that he's got.
But he
I'm
brought
not sold on
UCLA
Lonzo.
back to the.
You said you're not sold on.
I'm not sold on him. I think he's talented, but I don't know if he's gonna be. I think he's overhyped.
All right. At least Jason Kidd.
No,
level
Jason
of
Kidd
success?
play defense.
I can't say Jason Kidd. I think he'll be more like a Mark Price.
No. Mark Price was
No,
like
bro.
4-time
Mark
NBA
Price-
All-Star. That could shoot the 3 very well. Like,
He won't shoot the 3, but he'll be an All-Star.
Lonzo Ball
I think
right now.
Jason Kidd has been what, a 10-time All-Star maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Lonzo's shooting.
So you think his level? So you're not comparing his game to Mark Price. You're saying his level of success,
Correct.
would be like Mark Price.
I mean, if he's lucky.
So you don't. All right.
Yo, did you watch Mark Price play? That's before your time.
I saw bits and pieces.
Because I'm saying,
Because Mark Price was
nice.
He was
Yeah,
nice,
he's
bro.
a nice white boy.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball looks like he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be, in my opinion.
So you don't think he's a franchise player? Is what you're saying?
He can be, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be. He's gonna be like a Mike Conley, franchise player. Maybe make 1 or 2 All-Star games. Mike Conley didn't
Okay,
make an All-Star game.
so you can't. Mike Conley and Mark Price is not on the same level, right? Because Mark Price had a way. I think when it's all said and done, Mark Price would have a much better.
So let me ask you this: would you say he's
So-
like Terrell Brandon?
I think Mike Conley might be a good comparison for
Mike
Lonzo,
Conley?
if that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think he'll be. Has Mike Conley even made the All-Star game?
No, he hasn't. But he's.
I think Lonzo will have a better career than Mike Conley.
But it's tough to make the. It's not like he's not
In the
good
West,
enough.
it's because in the West there's a lot of point guards, so it's very difficult to make the All-Star game in the West.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, okay. So yeah, I get you. So we're wrapping up.
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up. I think there's a lot of good players out there. Like young blood that's really doing things.
Season's looking good so far. There's a lot of surprising teams that are doing better than probably expected. The Brooklyn Nets.
Utah beat the Thunder too.
What's his name? Ingles. Ingles is balling.
Listen, man, none of these trash teams that are winning this early do I care about. They're not going to be relevant come mid-season. I promise you.
Yeah, they probably won't, but they look good today.
They look good now, but it's not going to last, bro. I promise you this.
You got any shout-outs, Rick?
Shout out to my boy again, Jermaine. Shout out to my boy Fabian. My boy Rodney. That's about it. Diddy, of course, always hitting us up on IG with the comments.
Yeah. New England Sports Daily.
Yeah, remember, like I said, if you we definitely love to hear the comments and the feedback that y'all got for us. Follow us on IG, Triple Threat NBA. We got the YouTube page out, so for those of you that want to see the visuals, definitely follow us out on there as well. SoundCloud, iTunes, we on just about every feed out there.
Nice.
Wes, you got anything else to add?
No, dog. We could just let that beat drop.